Okay, so it's been 15 minutes approximately. And so what I did is I um, added the corn, the cabbage, and the chayote. The squash, whatever you want to call it. So something like this. I don't have a big pot, and I really don't try not to cook so much because I don't want things to go to waste. And it's just me and Corey, and a lot of stuff. Like he'll probably have this like one night, and then that's it. I can eat it for two weeks or whatever. And then, but so the veggies are what takes most of this, you know, the whole area of the pot mainly. So, and I still have to add the potatoes, the carrots, and the squash, and I think that's it. But potatoes is what everybody loves potatoes. Me and my family, we love the cabbage the most and the corn. The kids love the corn, but the cabbage. And then this is not even half of the cabbage, and it's already taken a lot of the room. So what I'll do is I'm gonna cover it. I'll let it cook for a bit, and then I'll take out these veggies if they're done. The corn's gonna take forever, and the cabbage, depending on how firm you want it, you can take it out before. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll let the cabbage cook for like a bit, and then take it out, and then start adding the potatoes halfway through, and then like I said, the squash I'm gonna add it when it's done. The carrots I put it in maybe like 10 minutes after the potatoes because the carrots. And okay, I don't criticize nobody. Everybody has their own way of doing things. I like to do, for the most part, make things from scratch and blah, blah, blah. There's one thing that really annoys me is people that put baby carrots in food. Like, baby carrots are cool if you're gonna like munch on them with dip or whatever, hummus. But dude, cooking with baby carrots, like it's just one of my pet peeves. Like, don't give me no fucking baby carrots. They taste cooked. They taste disgusting. It's like I'm tasting. It doesn't taste like carrots. I like to use carrots, like, you know. And sometimes, and then like for this, I'm not even gonna peel them. I wash them. I usually wash them with the Brillo pad or whatever. O'Neill one. Like I cut mine in half. Anyway, and that's how I do the potatoes too. And I usually do not peel them because I just like the flavor, the earthiness of it. Obviously, these I wash them with that Brillo pad too. Um, but I don't like to peel the potatoes and some things, yeah, you have to, but like papas con chorizo, you want the papa to really absorb the fat from the chorizo, you know, the grease. But anyway, don't don't be, dude. There's like literally no nutritional value to baby carrots. It's dude, I wouldn't even give kids baby carrots unless it's like I said, like for snacking or whatever. But usually what I do is I just cut the regular carrots. Like yeah, make them. They look uneven. They don't look pretty or whatever, but they taste better. Like anyway, that's just my little tiny rant about like it just. And I hate seeing people that do cooking shows and or whatever influencers of cooking whatever, and they use baby carrots, and I'm like, dude, no, you're not. Or I mean, like I said, everybody does what they can, but if you're like making videos of how to cook and you're busting a freaking can of el pato, like, dude, just hydrate the stem chiles, grind it. I know it's a bitch, but I mean, you're not telling us or anything different. Like nothing new. Like, dude, like, come on, stop being lazy. I'm gonna try to make sopes. And then I asked the lady, "Where's the masa de sopes?" Oh, creo que es la masa. I'm like, no, ¿cuál es la masa? And then she's like, oh, and then she pointed to like the sopes, the already made ones, and I'm like, lady, no. I was like, no, but they're hard. Like, I know sopes. Everybody hates making sopes because you have to pinch the dough after you put them in the comal, and that hurts because you have to do it while it's hot or else it doesn't pinch. And I remember like nobody wanted to help, like my mom and or my aunts or my grandma and everybody. But everybody wants sopes, but nobody wants to help pellizcarlos. But so I bought a little bit so I could. Corey's never had those kind of sopes. That's another thing. Like, this is why I have a hard time going to Mexican restaurants, and why I really don't, because I'm just set in my ways where it comes from. Like, I know every region has their own ways of making food, but the way we make sopes is We make them obviously the sope from scratch, but then we also make the sauce kind of like what we make the enchilada sauce. Not obviously not the Korean. So you hydrate the chiles, and then obviously you grind it, and then you los cuelas. Y luego, but the salsa, so what we do is you make the sope, and after you dip them in the sauce, and then you fry the sope in that sauce. It makes a fucking mess. Everybody hates making them like that. It's like, don't give me no damn soap, dry ass sope. Like that's, you know what I mean? And just like an enchiladas, like they make a mess. But there's nothing like eating a sope like that. And the way we grew up in our family, my family obviously they were raised in TJ, but my family's from Jalisco and Guadalajara. And even in Jalisco, like different regions, I know that my dad's side of the family makes food differently from my mom's side. But for the most part, I was raised around my mom's side, so I'm really set in my ways of like food, how it is, how my mom's side of the family, and how my grandma used to make it. We used to make, my grandma used to make our sopes. Obviously, she would, because she died. She passed away 4 years. Actually, today's the anniversary of her funeral today. Anyway, her fourth year. And, hijo de su madre. So, she fried her beans in lard. Like, no, that's, people think that these synthetic oils are more healthy, and no, actually lard is more healthy. Obviously, depending on the amount you put, you can be conscious and just put a little bit or whatever. But lard comes from an animal. Your body recognizes it versus synthetic oils. Your body doesn't. Anyway, so she fried the frijoles in manteca, and then so what we do is you put the sope in the sauce, fry it, then put the beans, and then we would eat them with papa and chorizo. That was our typical like sope. Some people put ground beef, some people put diced carne asada, and this and that. To me, our sopes are chorizo con papa, and then the beans, regular beans with fried in lard, and then we put shredded cabbage on top, and then they make the salsa de tomate. It was just a tomato sauce, like I don't know how to explain it. A lot of people use it in tostadas and flautas. And then we make a crema, the Mexican crema, and then we make our chile, our sauce, our family sauce is a chile. I would think that the closest thing to buying it would be like tapatio or el porqui, or like kind of like that. It's like a vinegary chile de árbol with like spices and stuff, and that's how we eat them. Some people don't put sour cream, and to me, if I don't have sour cream to put in my sopes or my flautas or my tostadas, like what the hell. So that's what we have. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make them one of these days. I bought the masa, I bought the chorizo, I have to make some beans, and obviously I have the papas. But anyway, so I'm gonna let this cook for a little bit more, and then I'll take it out this, because later on what I can do is I can put the papas, take them out, and then put the cabbage maybe back. But that's how my mom usually does it, and she'll have like one pot where all the, because you have to cook it with the meat for it to get the flavor. So you want to do that because you want the flavor, especially the papas. The potatoes absorb all the flavor. So sometimes that's why it's like you season it and you're like, after you put the potatoes, you're like, what the hell? It's like, this shit doesn't taste hot, because the potatoes like absorb everything, especially the salt. And so you might have to sofreír on the side and then put that in there, or just put a little bit beyond. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's my little story about our stuff. I'll put the video, like, so, it's like, some people ask me, like, oh, how do you make it? And then I try to explain it, but I'm like, dude, most of the time, I don't measure stuff. It's like, everybody knows Mexicans don't measure. We just, like, al ojo, whatever. Anyway, alright.